Today we are taking a look at LEGO Star Wars Luke Skywalker X-Wing. Fighter 75301 is the set number, and we will take a look at the minifig selection first. For an X-Wing, we have a great selection of minifigures. Luke Skywalker, R2-D2, Princess Leia, and then a general or a commander, which I will not name, but he's just a generic figure. I don't recognize him from the movies or anything, but he has a really funny name that I'm not going to try pronouncing. So there's the front of them, and here are the back sides to all of them. Some of them have back printings, all except for R2-D2, but this is a 2020 X-Wing model, which R2-D2 did not receive the back printing just yet. There's a nice little spot to put R2-D2 on the X-Wing, and then you can fit Luke in the cockpit there. And then just get Leia in this general for anyhow, which is a nice inclusion to this set. Looking at this set head on, you can see that it has a nice pointy front to it. You can see it has a sleek design all the way down to the cockpit, where it starts to then maybe widen up a little bit as it's narrow, and then it widens up as it goes towards the cockpit there. You get a nice sticker detail here on the front with like this cone build to make the point. And then right on back to the cockpit, it opens and closes. You've got the controls right there, a little spot to put Luke. It closes right up. And then you've got the engine intakes on either side there. Some sticker detail on the midsection here, right behind R2-D2, where he sits in there. A little spot to secure him down. Some more stickering detail on the engine pieces there. Movie accurate with the lopsided colors. Not necessarily for people that are like everything symmetrical, but it is movie accurate. Some more stickering detail here on the wings on either side, and some more right there that you can see. And then each of the wings both have individual like these little rods that poke out, I guess, and the bottom wings have these spring-loaded cannons there, which I don't keep the little spring-loaded missiles in there because I don't think they look as good, and it also, in my opinion, wears down on the springs for the play feature. It gets weaker over time if they're displayed with them on the inside there. As you can see, you can just easily load on up the little missiles there. They're the red color, and you get the kind of how they point out the back, and you just flick them or push them upwards, I guess, and they just fly right off. Now, making our way towards the back of the set, we can see some very nice coloration in the, I guess, engines right here, with the nice pinkish purplish translucent color there. I think it looks really good. It's also movie accurate there. And these are like in a cone shaped design using those cylinder bricks, but they're not gonna bend or break off because they've got Technic rods going through them. So they're very secure there. And where all the magic happens is with this button on the top right here, where if you lift up the ship and press down on the button, is when the wings actually go into the X mode. And then it's got landing gear right there on the bottom there. You can see 3 points of contact for landing gear. And as soon as it like lands on the table, the wings just fold right on up. So you'll have to build either a custom stand. If you want this to sit there in X mode, you'll have to add some custom stand to the bottom. And right there, you can kind of see some of the mechanism. It all runs off of this Technic build that causes the wings to spread apart. And it's not on rubber bands, so you don't have to worry about them getting stretched out like previous models, which is really nice. It is fairly sturdy. You can see sometimes they like spread apart, but that's just Technic for you. They all line right back up, and then you just lift it up from the back and put it into the X mode, which it looks really good. Taking a closer look here at the bottom, we can see some of the techniques that they use to get this angling which is brilliant in my opinion. The first set of landing gear there underneath, you can see it kind of bringing itself back up with this piece here to narrow out towards the top. As we get down here, it does leave room here. You can just build a system stand that will attach to this, or you can go from system to Technic, depending on whatever pieces you have for the build style. And then you get these nice little skis right here that just place right on there for the landing gear. And that is the bottom, no stickers. And then you get the mechanisms for the shooters, which are awesome. Overall, it is a very movie accurate and basic X-Wing. There's no different colored parts that are used to the more modernized X-Wing. This is just the one straight out of A New Hope. And it gets it pretty accurate, and this model is something that I think most people will enjoy if they're fans of Star Wars, the original trilogy. I know that in other years they came out with colored variants of the X-Wing, but this is just the one that is movie standard. Anyways, so this is my review or taking a look at this X-Wing. Overall, it's a good one, and I think you should pick it up before it retires. And if you don't happen to, I'm sure Lego is going to come out with another X-Wing that might even be better than this one, or it could be worse. We have seen that happen where they've come out with basically worse quality sets than ones released in previous years. But I think that this is basically just standard, and it's about what you would expect from your most generic X-Wing. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day.